What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MoonWell today at the request of SwazBiz. Shout out to SwazBiz, or maybe it's SwazBiz. I think it's Swaz. SwazBiz, maybe. Swazberries. Hit the like button, subscribe. It's the 8th day of August, and here we are at about 2.9 cents right now. 21 hours, 43 minutes left in the day. It does appear that you found your low. That's a very nice and robust wick to the downside, man. I mean, you came all the way down and then all the way back up to close the day green. How much was that to the downside there? It must have been a big, or a modest percentage at least, right? 8%, nothing too crazy, but still. You have this look, right? It looks like an M pattern. And just when things were about to get juicy, you held the line. And maybe it's not an M pattern after all, and that could be bullish. That could be a very bullish implication there, you guys. Maybe instead what you have is some kind of like, I don't even know what to call this, man. Maybe it's an ascending triangle. Maybe it's some just weird kind of consolidation phase throughout here. I don't know. But let's look at the indicators and then go from there, okay? I want to start on a weekly time frame because I know this thing has some history to it, yeah. You've been finding support on this trend line effectively the whole bull cycle, right? Looking at this area here, finding support like this time and time again. You know, I don't really like diagonal trend lines, but whenever you're trending on them for, well, at this point, multiple years, I suppose it's something you can lean on. What I will say is I don't like that you're getting weaker reactions here, right? You get a strong reaction here, a strong reaction here, a stronger reaction here, a really strong reaction there, and now the last couple times it's been a weak reaction. So it's very essential to the well-being of your bullish dynamic here that you do move up from here and that you don't get below this low. Okay, let me rephrase the words that I just said. Okay, you ready? So essentially what I'm trying to say here is you cannot get below this low. Don't do it. If you get below 2.32 cents, it's 2.323 cents. Should be easy to remember. If you get below there, you don't even have to close. If you get below there at all, you're at least going below these lows. And if you're going below these lows, I mean, how much of a drop is that? You're going to drop 50% while we're in alt season, while most altcoins are probably going to start moving up. That's not a good thing, man. You're going to break out of this multi-year uptrend. That's not a good thing, man. Don't do that. And you would be breaking out of the uptrend, not just the trend line, not just this trend line here, but you would have lower highs, and if you go below this again, that would imply that you go below this low here, you'd have lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows, you're forming a new trend while alt season is starting. That's a bad thing, man. That's a bad thing. So don't do that. I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. I'm just saying it's basically essential that you get above these highs and that you don't go below this low here, okay? And essential why? For the reasons that I just said, okay? If we're looking at this from a high to a low, you've hit your 0.5236, 0.5236, whatever. It's more of a bullish consolidation than a bearish one, honestly, but hopefully you move up. Daily time frame here. Actually, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Look at our indicators. Come on now. There we go. 1 hour time frame, 1 hour RSI. Looks bullish enough right here, honestly. I would think that you do keep moving up. Stochastics look bullish, and the MACD looks bullish. So yeah, you look good enough. You look pretty tenacious moving up like this too. Let's see, you take the high here to the low there. Golden ratio. You found resistance at the golden ratio, back down to the 0.5, and now you're up again, finding support at the golden ratio. Yeah, you probably move up slow and steady, up to about 3 cents, 3.03 cents, somewhere in that area. 2.9 cents, 3.03 cents, somewhere in that area. Maybe you find some turbulence, pull back to this zone for support, bounce off that golden ratio, and then continue to rally. I think getting above this price here of about 3.1 cents will be very helpful, right? You get above there, and you're effectively exacting this W pattern, this big W shape here, and you should see some growth. So that would really help validating this lows to get above this 0 point here, right there, or sorry, 3.1 cent point there. Looking at the 4 hour time frame. It's like an Eve and Eve pattern. Bullish divergence on the RSI. Bullish divergence, no, not on the stochastics, but still a bullish stochastics nonetheless. Bullish divergence on the MACD as well. I like it, man. I think you have found your low, so just do that. Find your low. Move up. Get above here. You move up above here, I'm pretty convinced that you found your low, because that'll likely imply that you move up to 3.6 cents, 3.5 cents, or higher than that even, right? So get above here, and you're golden. Go below here, though, and you're less than bronze. High to low here, I would think that you move up to 3.5 to 3.6 cents over the coming days. Maybe if not over the coming days, then sometime next week. And you should be moving then, next week or the week after, sometime by the end of this month. You're at 2.9 cents now, up to 5 cents, 6 cents, and maybe even beyond that. I wouldn't be surprised. Assuming that you do move up, let's take the overall fib here. Let's actually take this high to low. Yeah, I would think that you're at 5 to 6 cents by the end of this month, and then at least at 7.3 to 9 cents by the end of September. At most 40 cents by the end of September, man. But probably most likely somewhere in between. I like this 11 cent to 26 cent area right there going into September. So that's my expectations. We can cut this back, cut out the noise, if it'll let me. Man, I got a cough. All this smoke in the air. The fires are bad, you guys, out here in Colorado. Not all over Colorado, but just where I'm at. Right, it was 11 cents was the minimum target that I'm expecting personally, to 24 cents, 25 cents, 26 cents. Is that right? Something like that. Something in this area. 40 cents at the most, right? But something in this area is what I'm expecting. That would be a nice higher high. Somewhere in that 20 to 27 cent area. That I really wouldn't be surprised if that's where he went. But I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. One last shout out to Swaz or Sways or Swaz Biz. Thank you all for being here. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye-bye.